Four things are commonly said about this game. It was a commercial failure, it caused the video game market to crash, it was buried in the desert, and it's the worst game ever. There are problems with some of these assertions, but this review will mainly address the fourth one. I'll deal with the other three in a future video. So is E.T. the worst game ever? The majority of people on the internet seem to think so. It's almost become a badge of honor to say that it is. But let's put things into perspective. E.T. is an early 1980s game, and part of the Atari 2600 library. It is only one generation beyond Pong. It's an era of limited colors, blocky graphics, and bleeps and bloops for sound. Is E.T. really that different from the games of the time? By some technical measures, E.T. holds up quite well compared to other Atari 2600 games. It has an ending, multiple gameplay screens, a title screen with music, and a hidden Easter egg. Many 2600 games did not have some of these things. In fact, a lot of them didn't have any of these. Even though the game sold well, it didn't meet expectations, and reportedly, a lot of people were returning it to the store. So why did it not go over so well? I believe the answer to that lies in my own experience from the time. I was very young back then, and loved playing the 2600. I was given E.T. around the time it came out, but when I started playing it, I was perplexed. I had no idea what I was supposed to do. I ended up aimlessly walking around the game. Luckily though, I had an older brother who read the manual for me and told me how to play it. From then on, I enjoyed the game and played it just as much as my other Atari games. It was a complex game. The gameplay is based around symbols that appear at the top of the screen as you walk around. I'm not going to explain every single detail, but basically, you have to use these symbols to find phone parts, evade the enemies, and call your ship to come pick you up. The rushed development cycle probably didn't give Atari enough time to smooth out the game's approachability. They knew it was complex, so they included a hint booklet along with the regular instructions. However, the majority of Atari 2600 games at the time did not require a hint booklet. You could learn how to play them in less than a minute. If there was a spaceship, you shoot. If there was a road, you crossed it. If there were bricks, you busted through them. Of course, calling E.T. complex seems laughable today. But at the time, the average gamer was much younger, and E.T. was a brand that appealed to the youngest of the young. I bet the majority of people returning the game to the store were parents whose children could not grasp the concept of the game. It's just a theory, but I think it's a reasonable one. One of the main things that makes the game the subject of ridicule, though, is an alleged burial of surplus games. I'll deal with the accuracy of that story in a future video, but basically, if a product is perceived to have been thrown away like trash, its reputation is going to take a hit. Regardless of where they ended up, Atari produced too many copies, and whenever there's too many of something, it affects our perceived value of it. So what if the situation was flipped? What if Atari made E.T. a limited edition game at the time, and only did a limited print run? No doubt, its value to collectors would be sky high, and psychologically, it would probably be perceived as a decent game, maybe even a good game. I don't want to oversell my case though. Compared to the games we have available to us today, E.T. is a mediocre experience, and my rating will reflect that. The overall point I'm trying to make though is that it's not the worst game ever, and the negativity surrounding it is very overblown. It's best to just ignore the popular opinion, and even ignore the minority opinion like mine, and just give the game a try yourself. You'll be better served if you take the time to learn how to play it though. Despite the issues surrounding E.T. for the 2600, it was not the last time we'd see E.T. in a video game. In fact, the series was just getting started,